Enlightenment is making oneself a Teflon conduit for any negative energy and an organic sponge for positivity. Don't fight the negative energy. Let it flow through you with no friction. Let that ish go, or it'll poison your soul. But you can change the causation of the negative. It's catalyst. That is the good fight. That is everything. Because it's a smug smirk of the confident cognitive moral dissonance that can lead an empath down the road of dissociation and depression. It's the apparently random selected select few sociopathic extroverts' bullheaded inability to remove themselves from the tribalistic, sadomasochistically endeared social matrix that'll drive a genuine benevolent introvert crazy. Speaking of bulls, has anyone ever noticed that bullying is kind of like playing a game of chicken? And if you aren't willing to become either the bull or the chicken, they'll both fight you. A jewel. Social dynamics. Shaking my head. There's no app for life. There's no nap to the afterlife. There is no indisputable nav to what's right. There is, however, attempts at understanding. Understanding. Nothing scares someone trying to cause anxiety in another more than to look into their target's eyes and see confident, aware acceptance. Acceptance of both the individual trying to hurt them as well as of their self. It doesn't matter if the attempt is overt, conscious douchebaggery, a subconscious attempted alpha ascension, or a PTSD coping mechanism delusionally trying to gain control over an untenable past traumatic experience by manipulating someone seen as manipulatable in their present power. Such an ironic concept. That being said, I believe 2018 has developed an aversion to two things: a rational comprehension of kindness, of reality. Come on. And number two, genuine kindness. And it has solidified the need for a sadomasochistic vacillation, concretized even. The gotcha moment has become the air we breathe. The assimilation into a blindly divisive, tribalistic, in the psychology 101 sense, herd mentality has exponentially intensified. I mean, try to find someone to have a rational discussion with about damn near anything other than sports, TV, or cinema. And within seconds, most will look at you like you're eventually trying to insult them. And they'll be genuinely insulted they ain't playing. Because there is nothing we'll fight harder than that which opposes our cognitive dissonance. And since, in my opinion, cognitive dissonance's underpinnings are always dissociative in nature, if you try to discuss something someone doesn't want to think about, which as previously stated is currently damn near anything, their delusion-riddled dissociative-based coping skills of projection will likely rapidly cycle through three stages: 1, belittlement; 2, marginalization; and 3, over-demonization, all with the final hope of ostracization. What's the name of that movie? Get Out. All with the final hope of ostracization. Society's collective desirousness of silencing inconvenient truths. A sequestering of reality, if you will. Well, if you won't will, actually, because you know semantics. But I digress, and need to stay to a T dress the hard press to address that which causes such woefully systemic stress. If there's ever been a frightening rabbit hole, it's a trauma theory through the lens of dissociation. And the only hope for change for that toll at the end of that rabbit hole that's always guarded by trolls, is realizing most designated lanes with solid lines and translucent lies is nothing more than an ego-fueled, not to be repetitive, but sadomasoch-fueled infinity loop, oopity poop race. Oh, there's a race, and we humans are losing the ish out of it. Zuckerberg said a few days before his congressional hearing, and for clarity, I'm paraphrasing, what Russian bots were doing was to a degree meant to impact the outcome of the election. But even more so is in their above and beyond absolute agenda, the goal, to disseminate seeds of division. What's the bar known quickest way to be labeled batshit crazy? Point out society's crazy. They won't like that, not one bit. And in the amber waves of grain that Obama eloquently articulated as the 500-year American experiment, it's an easy sell. That's CELL for clarity. Ever wonder what Putin's 10-year plan is? I'm guessing it's us. That's all of us in that cell. That dude gets no S. Sorry, back on tracks. Underground and above. Sooner or later, evolution's gift to humans to lie to ourselves, to know that which we know, to know that which we know, to unsee the seen, and our utter dependency on these gifts will become untenable at some point, inadmissible, because, I don't know, psychology recording devices. Because like Will Smith said, this issue is going on forever, it's just getting recorded now. The network of lies will get us twisted in an emotional game of passive-aggressive cerebral twister that we won't be able to tell the difference between a colloquial happy ending and a collective extinction level swan song. The question is, what do we want to know? Does anybody really want to know? What is the moral of this story, the intended takeaway? Pay fast attention to your life's hidden allegory. See what's at stake. Stay awake. And embrace the realization that alpha-ascension through a bad joke of being rich or broke is in reality, in the really real world, the antithesis to woke. Have a good evening.